Behind me is my Model Y, and further behind that is a Volta charger. The topic of this video will be Volta chargers and Volta stock. Hey everyone, I'm Steve Young. On this channel, we help electric vehicle owners with a focus on the New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut area. This means local rebates and tax incentives, performance of local charging networks, and climate because the East Coast has 4 distinct seasons and weather affects battery and solar performance. Okay, a couple disclaimers right off the top. I am a Volta shareholder. Everything said here is simply my opinion and my feelings, and nothing said here is professional advice. Please, of course, do your own research. Okay, so just a little bit of background. Over the summer of 2021, nearby where I work, several level 2 Volta charging stations were installed. Now, as a Tesla owner, this was exciting to me. Today it's October 2021, which is about 3 months later, and I've been using them on a weekly basis, and here are my thoughts. They're free. I'd honestly say this is 51% of the reason why I like them so much. They're fast. I'm often pulling down around a respectable 9 kilowatts. They're placed in convenient locations. They provide you with 2 hours of free charging, and I personally think that 2 hours is very reasonable. I find the stations to be attractively designed and for them to stand out. Reliability and durable. After 3 to 6 months of use, it still works perfectly fine. Now, I've never been iced out. I think it's because of the station itself and the clear parking space painting. The Volta app updates availability in real time. There tends to be a diverse amount of cars using the stations. I've seen Mustang Mach-E's, Chevy Bolts, Jeep Wranglers, Hyundai Ioniqs, and more. Lastly, they're also conversation starters. Okay, this is a true story. I was charging my Model Y at the Volta station when a little old lady came up to me and asked me, "How do you pay for this?" And I told her, very matter of fact, it's free. And she stood there and she was processing the information for like a solid 10 seconds, just staring at me and she said it. It's free? I said, again, I repeat it. It's free. And then she slowly backed into her car and then she drove off. Customer service. I have emailed Volta previously to tell them that a station wasn't working, but I never get back a response. Number 2, as a Tesla owner, I wish the charging cable was just a foot longer. When I use the chargers, ideally I like to back into the spot because the Tesla charging port is near the trunk, closest to the Volta charging station. Sometimes when the parking lot is crowded or busy, I have to park into the spot head in, which means I have to extend the cable completely. Yeah, it's a first world problem, but still. The charging cable gets twisty and tangled. It's not really a big problem, but the quality of the cord has deteriorated in only a few months of use. Again, the power transfers just fine. Charging stations can be popular and crowded. I've never had to wait in line for a charger yet, but I have had to settle for the charging station furthest away from my office. Now, I will take off my customer hat and put on my shareholder hat. Okay, so those are my opinions on the product as a customer and user. Here are a few thoughts as an investor. Buy more time. Let's say you need another hour, just simply buy another hour. Freemium, charge at 40 amps for free, 60 amps for a tiny bit more, provide Tesla supercharger level speeds for a little bit more than that. Touch screens. Customers can redeem coupons on their way into stores. Video games. There is a well-established business of video games plus ads. Now, this next idea falls more into the marketing department, maybe, but the charging stations are perfect for safety and surveillance. The stations are about 8 feet tall. How hard would it be to add some discrete cameras to the top? I could imagine some funny videos that happen in public places. This could also simply be helpful in case some kids vandalize a charging station. A similar tactic to this is used by Ring doorbells. What happens if someone simply hogs the space? In my opinion, overtime charging is inevitable. See all of their official risk factors in the description below, but in my opinion, most of it is cookie cutter. Since Volta is an advertising platform, I would recommend to the company not to display anything too racy. For example, in Times Square recently, there was a Trump lost, continue the audit sort of digital billboard. Political attack ads such as this could rub people the wrong way and influence them not to use their charging stations. I don't see this as an immediate concern, but who knows? In 5 to 10 years, lots of things can change. And money talks. And investors tend to be focused upon short-term results rather than long-term longevity. So as I stated earlier, I am a shareholder. Right now, each share is around $7 each. I use their product regularly, and it influences my decision on where to shop because, all things being equal, if store number 1 has a Volta charging station and store number 2 doesn't, I'm going to store number 1. I view Volta stock as a high-risk, high-reward play. However, compared to their competitors such as ChargePoint, Blink, evgo, and others, I would absolutely choose the Volta stations all day, every day. If you'd like me to rank all of the charging stations I've used, please leave a comment down below. Now, I predict that there will be a dominant EV charging network provider. And one of the factors that will influence that decision will be ease of use. I sincerely find Volta stations to be incredibly satisfying and easy to use. In fact, they are so easy to use, my 6-year-old has successfully used it. With my supervision, of course. Now, the type of investor I am, I buy the stocks of the companies I use. Volta currently has a market cap of 1.2, 1.3 billion. My gut tells me that they are not a 1.2, 1.3 billion dollar company and that they are undervalued. But that's my research, opinions, and feelings. You please do your own. Now, I think in the long run, there is a lot of upside to this stock, but it could dip further in the near term. Right now, however, it is near all-time lows, so it could be a good time to buy. Okay, so that's my take on Volta chargers and Volta stock. To wrap up, I find the chargers very helpful and convenient. It's hard for me to find anything to fault with these chargers yet. I think the current price of the stock is a bargain. My name is Steve Young, and thank you so much for watching.